Hey everyone, Shebim here and welcome to our first career mode here on FIFA 21. Now, this one is going to be a Youth Squad Legends, so if you don't know the rules for that, essentially we can only use players we bring through our own Youth Academy. So it's going to be a tricky one, but I thought with the new improvements to the Youth Academy and development system this year, I thought it'd be quite a fun one to start off with. Now, I have picked the lowest rated team in League 2, which is Harrogate Town. As you can see, our squad is a little bit rough. I don't think we have a single player over 60 rated. We do not. Okay. So it is a bit rough here. We're going to need to get that Youth Academy working as soon as physically possible, aren't we? So we do have... What do we have money-wise? 915k. Okay. Let's have a look at our targets for the season then. So reach the last 32 of the FA Cup. Avoid the bottom part of the league. Okay, sign 4 players to the Youth Academy, 1 goalkeeper, 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward. Okay, so basically it wants us to completely transform the squad, doesn't it? Sign 2 players younger than 20 years old with potential greater than the average rating of the players currently in the same position. Okay. Get 10 wins this season. And financial keep salary growth under 20%. Okay, that's a pretty doable, that. At least not wanting us to get promotion or anything, just basically avoid relegation. So, right, let's start off. Of course, this year now you start off with a youth scout and some youth players as well. What we got? 914. Let's go with this one. It's got 3-star judgment. Okay, and then 1 more. Let's go with this one as well. Okay. So I think Q Perkins, I mean, I feel like we need to go all out and do well straight off the bat. So I feel like I generally do quite well in Spain. So I'm going to send you off to Spain. We're just going to look for any sort of player because we're desperate for players as soon as possible. We will send off to Portugal. I always seem to do pretty well in Portugal as well. And Ethan Breeze, I think Ethan, you know what? We're gonna scout one of the newer places. Let's have Wales. Let's have your home nation. And see if we can find some good players there. Okay, so that's them lot all off. Right, so we start with our Youth Academy as well then, don't we? So let's have a quick look. So because I got the pre-order, we are guaranteed the one really good player. I think I can see him already. So we might as well get rid of you straight away. You 61 to 83. I mean, we might end up having to keep you. You're only 46 rated. I can't bother to build you up at all, to be honest. Lloyd Price, goalkeeper, 55. He might have to come up, actually, because our goalkeeper's not great at the moment. So Lloyd Price could be a good shout. But there he is, Morgan Banks, 74 to... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Sorry, I saw he was 74 to 94 potential. He's 74 current ability. That is 14 higher than anybody else in the squad. Holy hell. And 5-star, 5-star as well. Morgan Banks, mate, you're coming straight up into the senior squad. I think I might bring Lloyd Price up as well for now. Yeah. That stunned me, that has. It really has. So Lloyd Price is actually going to be our #1 choice goalkeeper because he's actually better than the goalkeeper we currently have in at the moment, Cracknell. So let's put Price straight in. And Banks is a cam. Okay, I think I'm going to have to try and find a formation to best utilise him in his favourite position. Maybe something like this. For now. And have Banks playing just behind the striker. I feel like that's probably the best way forward. So you... Okay, so these minus numbers are how many stats they're losing from playing out of position. Okay. I was wondering what that meant. Okay, so we'll play you there. And then we could play with... So... That obviously shows the benefit of changing positions and stuff like that. Okay. Right, so let's change this. Let's save the changes, sorry. Got a 74 rated player for free. Wow. That pre-order bonus is pretty strong, isn't it? Right, so let's go to the new development plan screen. Price then. I don't think there's much you can change with goalkeepers, is there really? Balanced goalkeeper or sweeper keeper. I think just balance for now. Just teach him to be a normal goalkeeper. Not really much you can change there. But our main man then, Do we want to scout him to... Do we want to amend him to be a specific role? Let's have a quick look at his stats. So, where is he strong and where is he weak? So, he's got good pace, good passing, good dribbling. He's defending and physical isn't great. His shooting isn't great either. So, maybe we could look at doing Shadow Striker. That would definitely build him up a little bit. Dynamo is more the dribbling side, attacking midfielder. I think Shadow Striker could be a good shout for him for now. Just to try and build those stats up where he's a little bit weaker. It's going to put his stamina up as well, actually, quite well. Okay, we'll go with Shadow Striker, I think. I think that's going to be good for him for now. That should boost him up. Everyone else, I'm not really too bothered about. I mean, chances are we've got nobody here of any real decent potential. So eventually, all these players will be let go and we'll replace them with our Youth Academy players. Let's see what the board has got to say. Everyone at the club is thrilled at the progress you've made by our Youth Academy in recent times. We're hoping to sign a future star for our team, and you played a key role in achieving that ambition. We take great pride in the development of our own young players. Thanks, and keep up the good work. Oh, excellent. And we've got the free scouts are going out. Transfer window is open, and we looked at all that stuff already as well. Okay. So this, again, is pretty new then, the weekly schedule, isn't it? I feel like we want to double up on the training early on. So it's going to reduce, and then that's going to... Okay. Then we've got the friendly. Okay, we are going to be doing this managerial mode as well, by the way. So we are going to be... simming the matches with the new sim feature. So let's have a look at the training. I've not really had a look at this much, to be honest. So I don't really know what I'm doing here, to be honest. So that's going to reduce their fitness and increase that. Extreme hot potato. So is the new guy in here? Change players. So is the new guy in here? Yes, Banks is in here. Okay. So I think this is taking our first 11 and doing the training. So we'll simulate that. We don't need to play it, do we? So we'll simulate that. So the fitness has gone down by 10, but the sharpness has gone up by 2. Okay. Okay, so that's... I might have messed this up then a little bit, mightn't I, with that, haven't I? Okay, so next is... Right, so next is the next day where we've got the same thing. We've got the training session. I think early on it's important to try and get that fitness up as soon as we possibly can. Especially because if we do well in this pre-season tournament, we can afford some more stuff, which is pretty good. So let's simulate all of that again. Banks has been changed, so it looks like they're automatically doing... Why has his sharpness gone down to 48 compared to everyone else's? Okay, that's a bit weird. There you go, it's gone up though. Yeah, it looks like the computer's sorting out the training for us. We probably could fix it ourselves if we wanted to. So this is 3 days of solid training, then we're going to have a 1-day rest before the friendly. I might have done this wrong. It maybe shouldn't have been so aggressive, but there we go. Okay. So now it's a rest day then before our first friendly against Varbergs. Okay. So let's have a look and see how this new system works. I've not really played with this yet, so we're going to go with the simulate match. Okay, so it's our first chance to see Banks on the pitch. 74 rated, he should be a real dominant force for us this season. I still can't believe our luck we're getting a player of that rating. And there he is there, number 19 is Banks, if you want to keep an eye out for him. I like this. This is cool, this is very nice. It's a bit like Football Manager, but better. Well, it's not better, it's more graphicals. Banks, there we go! Only 5 minutes into his debut and Banks has already scored the goal. There we go. What a legend. Okay. How do I... Okay, I pressed that button. So now I can see the ratings of the people that are on the pitch. We can do stats and game plans and that as well. Yeah, Banks is going to be the player that really helps us this season. We might... Oh, I really don't want to have to sell him, but at some point he might demand it because he's going to be a lot higher rated than the rest of our team. We do concede an equaliser. We do need to improve our defence. I mean, our goalkeeper is now a 55 rated Welshman we brought from the academy, who we don't know how good his potential is, but it's at least a 70, which is better than what we currently have at the moment, so we'll definitely use that. Playing down the right-hand side here. I feel like we're just waiting for Banks to score another goal at this rate, aren't we? We're dominating the game here, though. The front two looking strong. Halfway through the first half, 1-1 currently. I do apologise for the noise in the background. They seem to be, after 3 years of waiting, they seem to be finally doing the roads outside my house. So I live on a new build estate, so it's like completely, it's still a building site at the moment. Come on, don't concede now. Let's keep a clean sheet. Well, not a clean sheet. Let's keep no more goals until after half time. Good bit of defensive work. Here's Banks. Banks is really going to be our talisman, but I still can't believe how good that. I wonder, is that a one-off thing that when you start a career mode, you get that one like world-class player? Is that how it works, or is it every career mode? Is it just your first one? This is from the pre-order I'm talking about. Okay, so we are in top. We've got 59% possession, 2 shots and 2 chances created, and obviously it's 1-1 at the moment. I'm assuming we can look at doing substitutions at some point. Our fitness is looking okay at the moment, though, to be honest. Martin might be struggling a little bit up front. Being a pre-season friendly, it might be worth making a few changes just to keep just get the sharpness up of some of the other players. I would like to do well in this competition, though, and get ourselves a nice chunk of prize money so we can spend that on maybe improving one of our scouts, maybe, or... They're really making a racket out there. I don't know if it's coming through on the microphone or not, to be honest, but I do apologise if it is. I still can't believe we've started with a player. I mean, I was expecting the good potential, but I was not expecting anywhere near that sort of current ability. That's incredible. Right, team management. So we can change some of these players. Now let's bring Muldoon on up front. Is that John Stead? No. John Stead must be retired by now, surely. Kirby can come on. Let's bring on... I'm just basically trying to freshen it up a little bit. We've got a centre back here, can come on. Jones at left back. Is that everyone apart from the goalkeeper? Yeah, I think so. That'll do for now then. So we're getting quite a big freshen up on the pitch here for the second half. Well, the last 30 minutes of the second half, that is. Come on, give that ball back to Banks. Is he still the best man on the pitch? Yeah. Well, no, actually, Martin is played a 7.9. Banks on a 7.8. Hoping the fresh legs might help us. The goalkeeper's definitely a weakness on a 5.9. Oh, and there's 2-1 to them. Ah. Okay, the fresh legs are on the pitch now, though. I mean, it's only pre-season. It's not the end of the world. I would like to do well in this competition. Like I said, they'll get some prize money. Alright, come on, lads. Come on, my son. Go on, Banks. I mean, Banks can't carry this team on his own. He's going to need some support. I think after the first month or so, hopefully we will find some good players in the academy. I think to start off with, obviously the whole idea of this is to bring through some good high potential players. However, it might be the case where we have to bring through some players soon that just because they have a higher current ability. If we do find any players like that, I mean, even if they haven't got a great potential, if they've got a current ability of over 60, they're going to be good enough for the first team. There we go, our first game, and it is a loss, unfortunately, for us. That should be pretty good, though, for our match sharpness. That should get us built up quite a chunk ready for the new season. Does it show me straight away? And we're still showing as orange on... Oh, no, we've got some greens here now. Does that mean the match sharpness is 64? Okay, that's got up a chunk. So I think it's going to be a recuperation day and then a rest day. We've had a transfer offer for Muldoon. Okay. They've offered 52,000. Oh, it's a swap deal. That's an interesting one, that. It's an interesting one because the player they're trying to swap with us is worth 180 grand. But I don't think it's going to be worth it for us. I mean, we can negotiate if they're willing to offer just cash. We can take it, but of course the rules of this one is that we will not use any players who have not come from our youth academy. So, remove player exchange, propose new fee. I want 200k. Go on. Okay. £200,000 for Muldoon. We'll take that. I mean, he was the highest rated striker we had at this point in time, but still, I think it'll be worth it. Right, our second pre-season match then against Wartha Poznan. They drew in their first game. We'll stick with the same starting lineup, I think, just to try and continue building them up. We've got some +1s now. Are they... I don't know what that's from. Is that from the match sharpness? I don't know, to be honest. I'm a bit confused what some of these things mean on this year's game. I mean, they keep trying to teach me stuff that was on last year's game, but they've not really given me any tutorials on the new stuff, to be honest. Apart from the development plan, of course, but... Right, here we go. Come on. We're on the other side today, aren't we? Okay. So this will be good to try and get our match sharpness up. What they need to put in this game, then, if we're going to have match sharpness as a thing, they're going to need to add in... Oh, that's a good ball. Very good ball. And that's a goal. 1-0. Martin with a goal. Martin's pretty handy on this game, actually, isn't he? Yeah, if they're going to put this in, they need to add like a reserves team in to help us get some match fitness and stuff like that. We can't do it all through training, surely. But it is going to make cup games very useful. And it does mean that we're going to have to be a bit more realistic when we bring players through. We're going to have to start them on the bench and build that match sharpness up before they get to start, I suppose. Be great to get a win here if we can. I mean, just to qualify from the group stages is going to be worth a chunk of money for us. God, this guy with the jackhammer's taking the mick now, I tell you. He woke me up this morning, he's still going. They're right outside my house. Okay, we've conceded again. Defensively wise is something we really need to work on. But again, it's completely out of our hands. It depends what the scouts bring back. Hopefully, the scouts are going to bring back some interesting players. We may have to just sign them up, though, to be honest. I mean, at this point in time, beggars can't be choosers. At least we do have that fantastic Banks at Cam, but we need to put some strength around him. I mean, if we can put some good players around Banks, all of a sudden, we can go from trying to avoid finishing in the bottom of the table to fighting for a playoff position, maybe. But I'm resigned to spending at least one extra year here in the League 2. Maybe even a second, depending on how well we quickly build. Go on. But that's why I'm worried. I mean, Banks is a great player to get at this point in time, but I'm worried that if we don't get promoted quickly, he might try and force a move away. So we might have to invest on giving him a big contract. And there's Banks from the back of the net. His second goal in his second start. And we lead 2-1 just before half-time. I will take that all day long. I'm looking forward to the scouts coming back for the first time. Now, it's going to be a chunk, though. It's 1st of September, is it? Or August? I don't know. August, I think it'll be. I think we start the game in July, don't we? Come on, let's get the win here, right? There's half-time. Lovely. Right, we've had 2 shots, 66% possession. So we are dominating possession in the games we've played. However, the problem is we just don't seem to have the best use of the ball. And defensively-wise, we're getting confused, aren't we? We're getting caught out. Come on. There's the clearance. We're still dominating possession-wise, ratings-wise. Wow, their guy Tralker's having a cracking game, isn't he? Hey, go on, Price. Gets himself the save. He's a 55 rated 17-year-old we started the game with in our academy from Wales. Hopefully we can build him up to become a little bit better. It's a free kick to them. I think we want to make some changes in a moment as well. Over the top it goes. Right, team management. Let's continue. I mean, Muldoon is going to be out the door soon, so let's bring on Stead. Kirby can come on. I'm a little bit worried we might be overplaying Banks, but this is worth a chunk of money, this. We do need to try and get ourselves through to the next round, so I think it's worth running him close to the edge for now, as long as we don't run him too close to the edge and he gets injured. But he's going to need a bit of a rest day, I think, isn't he, soon? Just to get that fitness back up. I like the new training setup then, because it does mean that you have to really play a balance and act between the match sharpness and the fitness as well. And morale, of course. Come on, guys. Let's hold on to this. I like being able to make my own substitutes as well. That's pretty nice. Because it means if we are trying to build up some younger players, if we do have a lead, we can bring the younger players on and try and develop them. If we are struggling, we can bring on the more experienced players and try and win the game. Go on, Banks. Oh! He's the man, though, isn't he? I'd love to get that extra goal ahead just for that little bit of leeway. Another corner. 12 minutes remain. We lead 2-1. I've dropped my controller. It's 3-1. It is John Stead. It's got to be John Stead. There's no way that's John Stead. He's not still going, surely. He must be in his 80s by now. Bit harsh, but there you go. Come on. Get that tackle off. Again, oh, their goalkeeper's playing a bit rough today. Ours is doing okay. 6.8 rating. Still not the lowest on the pitch, actually. That's because these substitutes have come on. It's trial by fire for this new goalkeeper, isn't it, really? Oh, what a run that was by number 8. Who was that? Emmett. And there we go. Come on. See the game out. See the game out. See the game out. There we go. 3-1 victory. Oh, wow. Wow. We dominated possession the first half, and all of a sudden they're dominating possession, and we managed to win the game. Wow, there we go. So that gives us 3 points now in this group. So I think a draw in the next match would put us through, maybe. We've got Agnes. Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll leave it there for today, and we'll come back tomorrow and continue on with this playthrough. Our scouts are due back in about 15 or so days, so that should bring us back some better players, and hopefully next episode we'll finish off this pre-season tournament and start to work forward a little bit. If you have enjoyed, please let me know by hitting that like button. Of course, subscribe if you would like to see some more of this Youth Squad Legends playthrough. I'm looking forward to this, really looking forward to this, and I'm hoping you guys are as well. And of course, being the first episode of the series, it's really important to get a like to help build it up and allow others to find it. Anyway, I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow for our next episode of the Youth Squad Legends. Bye.